I woke up because my phone was vibrating so hard it fell off the nightstand and hit me in the face. That's usually not a great sign. Still half asleep, I opened my banking app. My checking account balance said $1 trillion. Yesterday, I had 4217, and most of that was technically reserved for gas. At first, I assumed the app was broken. Then my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. A very calm voice said, "Congratulations, Bappy. A clerical error has made you the temporary owner of $1 trillion. Unfortunately, our accounting department leaves at midnight. If the money is still in your account by 12 a.m., we will take it back. Please spend responsibly." Then he hung up. I sat on the edge of my bed in silence. Then I Googled, "Is this how billionaires are born?" No useful results. My first instinct was to buy breakfast. I drove to McDonald's, ordered a sausage McMuffin. The cashier asked, "Anything else?" I looked at my account. I said, "You know what? I'll take the hash brown too." Power changes people. After breakfast, I opened Zillow. I sorted by most expensive. Then I bought the first house. Then the second. Then one in Italy because the kitchen looked like it knew how to make pasta. Then one in Switzerland because it came with a mountain. A real mountain? I'm still not sure where the property line ends. I checked my account. The number had moved slightly, like I had dropped a penny into the ocean. I started to panic. How do you spend $1 trillion in a single day? That's not money. That's a math problem. So I hired a financial advisor. He looked at my account balance, took off his glasses, and said, "We need to stop thinking like a person." That sounded expensive. We bought private jets, yachts, islands, hotels, office buildings, and an NBA team because apparently they were available. At one point, I accidentally bought a small airport. I only noticed when someone asked if I wanted to rename Terminal B. By noon, I had spent $78 billion, which sounds impressive until you realize I still had enough money to buy the moon if it were listed on Zillow. I bought a submarine. I don't know why. I don't know how to drive a submarine. But if you have $1 trillion and no submarine, are you even trying? I bought a castle in Scotland. The castle came with 14 bedrooms, 9 fireplaces, and one ghost named Margaret. Margaret seemed nice. She reminded me of my old house. At 4 p.m., I still had hundreds of billions left. So I got creative. I funded hospitals, schools, libraries, animal shelters, and a giant golden statue of myself holding chicken nuggets. Tasteful. I also bought the coffee company that made my favorite espresso machine. I thought maybe owning the company would improve the flavor. It did not. Still tasted like burnt sadness. At 11:47 p.m., I still had $23 billion left. I was sweating. My financial advisor was sweating. Margaret the ghost was sweating, which was concerning. Then my advisor said, "There's one thing rich people love." I said, "Therapy?" He said, "No, space." So at 11:58 p.m., I bought a private space company. At 11:59 p.m., I bought the moon naming rights. And at 11:59:59, I donated the last $14 to buy a lottery ticket and a Slim Jim. Midnight. My balance dropped to zero. The phone rang again. The same voice said, "Well done. Also, you now own 3 countries by accident." Then he hung up. The next morning, I woke up back in my apartment. The bowling alley upstairs was still open. My bank account was back to 42/17. The $1 trillion were gone, but on my coffee table sat the Slim Jim, the lottery ticket, and a framed deed to a castle in Scotland. Margaret waved from the corner. I checked the lottery ticket and smiled, because apparently some habits are hard to break.